Hi everyone, I am recording this video from the Dolomites and there are some cows with their bells ringing in the background, so I do apologize if there's a little bit of background noise as I work through this video. But today's topic that I wanted to cover was actually a topic that I recently saw mentioned in a Facebook group in the digital education space. And it's one that I think is really important to cover and address, especially as the digital education industry continues to grow and elements such as AI tools continue to expand the availability of building these digital offers. The term that I'm going to focus on today is actually called digital course trauma. Yes, trauma. While it might sound dramatic, it's definitely something that consumers out there are experiencing in relation to digital offers. I came across this term in a digital nomad Facebook group and it really resonated with me because I think it's time that we had an honest conversation about this issue in the industry and what we can actually do to avoid being part of the problem. So in today's video, I'll break down the causes, explore the impact of AI on course creation, and most importantly, give you actionable strategies to ensure that you're creating digital offers that deliver real results. So let's start by defining digital course trauma. The term describes the emotional and financial distress caused by purchasing a digital course only to end up with little to no results. So whether someone spends $7 or $7,000, it's devastating when the promises made in the course description don't translate into real-world outcomes for them. For many, this results in not just a financial loss, but also a loss in confidence, motivation, and trust in digital education. Think about it. People buy courses with hope. They're hoping to solve a problem, achieve a goal, or acquire a new skill that will improve their lives in some way. But when that investment doesn't pay off, it's not just about the money. It's about the emotional toll, the frustration of wasted time, and the feeling of being led, misled, or worse, scammed. Now, before we go further, it's important to acknowledge that not every case of digital course trauma is actually the fault of the course creator. There are instances where students buy courses, but they don't put in the necessary effort, time, or focus. And, they just ultimately don't receive the results because of that, because they aren't putting that hard work in. But there is a much larger issue here. When someone does follow that program diligently, they put in the hard work and they still don't see results. And that's what I really want to focus on today. So I do want to start off by acknowledging that yes, that does happen. I think we've all experienced it. People who come in, they think that they're going to achieve results overnight with very little time and effort that they need to put in. And then naturally, they just don't put in the effort. They don't work through the program and ultimately don't see the results. But those aren't the people that I'm referencing today. Let's take a step back and actually look at how the digital course industry has evolved over the years. Initially, creating a course required substantial effort: research, planning, scripting, filming, and testing. Only those who were genuinely committed and had a level of expertise would take on the task. Now, I remember when we were building our first digital offers within Scale Certified, those offers took a lot of time and effort. That's because we had to create every bit of content, like just write it out. We couldn't use ChatGPT, for example, to speed up that process. We had to do everything ourselves or outsource it to contractors. Things ultimately took time. Even the design of the slides took time. So offers really did take a lot of time and effort to build. And yes, I guess you could have gone and Googled information that you didn't have, but really, unless you had the expertise, it would have been really hard to build out that digital course. However, in 2024, that landscape has really changed. With the rise of AI tools like ChatGPT, it has become incredibly easy for really anyone to create and launch a course in a matter of days. While this democratization of knowledge is really exciting, I know I'm a big fan of ChatGPT, it also presents serious challenges. Now, anyone can gather information and package it into a course, regardless of whether they have that real-world expertise or experience in that subject. This ease of creation is both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, it allows more people to share their knowledge and scale their businesses. On the other, it leads to a flood of low-quality courses from creators who don't have the depth of understanding that's necessary to guide students to meaningful outcomes. And let's be honest, there's a difference between having information and having expertise. Information can be copied, pasted, and repackaged. Expertise, however, is something that comes from experience, practice, and having navigated the nuances of a subject over time. As course creators, we need to ask ourselves, do we have the expertise to genuinely help someone achieve the results that we're promising? Have we really achieved those results ourselves? Can we confidently say that they can achieve results because we have gone through that process? We are confident in the process that we are taking them through. So why does digital course trauma happen, especially in today's landscapes? There are three main reasons: overpromising and under-delivering. Many course creators, in their eagerness to sell, overpromise what their course can do. They market it as a magic bullet that's going to solve all of someone's promises. And while bold marketing is a part of any business, you must ensure that your offer can actually deliver on what you promise. Otherwise, you're setting your students up for disappointment. So one thing that we firmly believe in is actually under-promising and over-delivering. So doing the opposite of that. We under-promise and then blow our incoming customers away with the value so that they can see us over-delivering. And we're also ensuring then that we are giving them what they need to truly achieve the results that we are promising. The second is lack of expertise. As we've touched on, many courses are now created by individuals who don't have enough real-world experience in the subject. These creators may know about the topic, but they haven't actually lived it. They haven't encountered the challenges that come with applying the knowledge in real-world situations, which means they aren't equipped to guide others through those same challenges. And the third are misaligned expectations. Sometimes students enter a course with just unrealistic expectations, thinking that they're going to get results overnight. They don't understand that just like Rome wasn't built in a day, real and strong results aren't achieved in a day either. They simply aren't willing to take the time and effort to achieve those results. In all three of these scenarios, students can walk away feeling like they wasted their money, and that's where this trauma comes in. It's not just about that financial loss, but the emotional toll of being misled or like they're incapable of actually achieving their goals. Next, let's talk about AI. Tools like ChatGPT have revolutionized the way that we create digital content. They can help speed up content creation, generate ideas, and streamline processes. I'm a huge advocate for leveraging AI in business, but we do need to be a little bit careful with that. And that is because AI is a tool. It doesn't replace your expertise. Most importantly, AI isn't the expert itself. You can ask AI to generate a course outline, write your course descriptions, or even create lesson scripts, but the quality of your course still depends on you. You should be feeding the AI tool extremely rich information about the topic you want to cover, the process you want to take users through, the information they require, etc. Every single element of that course should be informed by your expertise and knowledge, not the expertise of the AI tool. You should also always be the one reviewing and editing any content that is generated by the AI tool rather than simply copying, pasting, and publishing it. AI can't replace the lived experience that you have in your area of genius, in your subject of expertise. For example, I could use ChatGPT to create a course on something I have zero expertise in, like teaching children how to read. Sure, the course would probably be structured well and filled with valuable information, but would it actually be effective? Probably not, because I've never actually taught a child how to read. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a parent. I have never actually sat down and worked through the process of teaching a child how to read, let alone multiple children. So therefore, I wouldn't understand the real challenges that parents face, the common frustrations, or the different learning styles that might come into play. I wouldn't be able to answer questions. I wouldn't be able to anticipate the challenges that are going to come up. I really wouldn't even be able to be confident that the course that I have created is ultimately going to be something that parents can get results from. And this is a critical distinction. AI is an excellent tool to enhance what you already know, but it can't substitute for expertise. When we rely too heavily on AI without that foundational knowledge, we risk creating courses that look polished but actually lack substance, and that's exactly where the digital course trauma can occur. So let's pivot to one of the most important factors in course creation today, and I really believe that that is actually authenticity. In the age of AI and mass content production, authenticity is more valuable than ever. Your students aren't just looking for information, they're looking for someone who's been where they are and can guide them through the process. They want to know that you've actually walked the path, you've achieved those results, and you can help them avoid the pitfalls. This is why I'm such a big advocate of creating courses based on your personal experience. If you've lived it, you can speak to it authentically. You can share stories, you can share examples, you can offer real-world advice. You can anticipate the challenges that your students are going to face and guide them through them, actually help them overcome them. For example, I'm recording this video from the Dolomites, as I mentioned when we first got started, living the lifestyle that I actually teach about. Running a business while traveling, running a business that operates on autopilot so that you have the time and the freedom to really work from anywhere in the world, to control your schedule, etc. This isn't just theory for me, it's my reality and it's something that I actually live. I can offer valuable practical insights that someone who's never traveled while running a business simply wouldn't be able to provide. And this also allows me to speak authentically on the subject. Another thing that we always do whenever we create a new offer is we run it through what I like to call the family test. Now, I've mentioned this before, but this is a simple but powerful exercise that helps ensure that what we're offering will deliver true value. And here's how that works. Imagine that a family member or a close friend comes to you. They're working towards a specific goal. They have a limited budget to invest in a solution. Would you confidently recommend your course to them, knowing they'll get results? So if they were working towards the promised transformation, the promised result of your course, would you very confidently, you love them, you know that they trust you, would you confidently recommend your course to them? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. But if you have any hesitation, imposter syndrome aside, if you have any hesitation that your course won't get them those desired results, then you really need to go back to the drawing board. That's a sign that you need to go back and refine your offer until you feel confident recommending it to someone you love, someone who really trusts you. The family test keeps you grounded and it forces you to think about your course, not just as a product to sell, but as a tool that's actually going to impact someone's life. So let's wrap up with some actionable strategies that you can implement right away to ensure your digital courses deliver real value and avoid contributing to this digital course trauma. The first is start with what you know. Build courses around topics that you have deep expertise in. If you don't have the experience yet, you could consider partnering with someone who does, or take the time to gain more knowledge and achieve demonstrable results before launching. The second is actually validating your course before launching. Test your course with a beta group before going live. Get feedback, make adjustments, and ensure that your content actually delivers the results you're promising. The third is use AI as a tool, not a crutch. AI is fantastic for streamlining your processes, but make sure it's enhancing your expertise, not replacing it. Always review AI-generated content really critically. And the fourth is continuously improve. Don't set it and forget it. Don't launch and forget about it. Regularly update your courses based on student feedback and industry trends to ensure they remain relevant and effective. An example of this was the launch of ChatGPT, the emergence of it. In our agency-focused programs, we suddenly had to incorporate a lot more information on how you can use ChatGPT in the processes that we teach so that our users knew how to use this valuable new tool. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. I hope it's given you a fresh perspective on digital course trauma and the responsibility that we have as course creators to deliver real value. Remember that it's not just about selling a product, it's about helping your customers achieve real, tangible results. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear if you've ever experienced digital course trauma or if you have any additional tips for avoiding it. And of course, if you're interested in learning more about how to create results-driven digital offers, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out the resources in the description. I'll see you in the next video.